Hi guys, so one more quick thing. This one really is quick, there's not a lot. Well, there's three quick things. So long story short, I noticed that part of Max's problem with hair washing that has been an issue over vacation is something that we've talked about before. So Bria, know we've talked about the fact that he doesn't use his fingertips, but the other issue is that even if he were just to use this part, he's not using enough force. So he's because we were on vacation, he didn't demand as much privacy. He wanted help, so he let me in a lot. And he's very much like petting his hair, like as gently as he can. So he's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. He's not getting the sides, he's not getting the back, and he's not, like, even with flat hands, he's not scrubbing. So I definitely got in there and we've been practicing, and I'm going to continue to do that, but I'm going to try very hard to get him into the morning routine before I leave for work so I can help. But as we've talked about before, there's so much going on. The fact that I'm in there and he's not used to me, the curtain's open, I'm verbally giving directions, I'm touching him to help with hand over hand. The water is running, there's so much. I think that he would tremendously benefit from practicing outside of the shower as well. So I was hoping that we could add it to one of his schedules, so that he practices twice a day, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, looking in the mirror. We should directly say we're going to practice hair washing outside of the shower because you're not doing a good job in the shower. I think it's fine to explain why so he knows. And to really say, like, if you don't, Max, the skin on your head is going to get sick. You're going to get boo-boos because he's got some dandruff and stuff now, and it's only going to get worse. So I'd like him to really practice that. And I've noticed he is capable of doing this. He doesn't want to, to be honest. He would prefer to do this. So Bree, you let me know. We should choose either flat and like really scrubbing with force, or we should teach him to do this with some force. Whatever you think is better, like behaviorally, knowing either one is not, he's not gonna love either one. But so I'm hoping that we can add that, and then let me know. I can re-laminate and make his schedule if you want me to do that. So once in the morning, once in the afternoon, please. I think that would really, really help, and then I will be on top of him. I think too, if he practices outside of the shower, my prompting can be a little bit less in the mornings, but like in terms of verbal and physical, I might be able to just like give him like a quick, Max, don't forget, like either a visual or even remember how you do it with Miss Tiandra or Miss Ashley and Mr. Ethan, whatever it is. Because right now I am prompting him in every way, verbally, hand over hand, visually, all the things, because there's so much stimulation and he's zoning, and it's been a little bit of a mess. Okay, so there is that. And then the other thing, guys, there are some new things that have been added to Max's program. I went through, and Brianna and I went over it, but the plan that we had was more like for the year, and I don't have his September data sheets yet to look at. So in terms of materials for the new things being added, I'm going to wait until I get the data sheets just so I have some guidance and I know, okay, what do I need to print out now? Is it everything? Brianna, I didn't know if you wanted to roll things out slower, so I can just print as I go. And then whatever it is that is chosen, I might just pick maybe the first few pages and see how it goes first, because you may want to repeat some pages. Like if he's really struggling with a certain calendar activity or one of the math worksheets, we may want to repeat that, in which case then I'll leave you guys really simple instructions on how you can just go up and can't talk click a quick link and then just print it from the computer upstairs. So I don't have the new materials right now, but I promise as soon as I get the data sheets, I'll kind of go through it and see what we need. And then if I can print it at work, I might do that to save us a little bit of paper. And I think that's it. Oh, the only other thing is in the morning. So guys, listen, Things are a little bit different. So we've added some new things to his program. I want Max to continue to do his chores in the morning, so his morning and afternoon schedules will stay the same. So if you guys are running out of time and you're not able to get all the things that have been planned for the day in, please just leave me a note. And then I'll go through some things, and I'll, like the iHip stuff, the homeschool stuff, and I can remove some things or shorten some things. And then Bree, the last thing is, I was looking at Max's schedule, and I love this Velcro schedule. It was the perfect place for him to start. I know he likes this kind of schedule. It is definitely preferred. It's easier for him to follow. It was great to introduce it. The only thing that I've been thinking about is, like, I really want him to be able to look at like regular small print and follow it. Primarily, like, I've been thinking about like his recipes. So his recipe book, the recipes in the books upstairs, he's just not used to looking at that kind of print and following it. And I thought, well, how could I make that easier? I don't really want to have to go through all the recipe books and retype and put them in here, making it, bigger print and easier and visual, because I don't think he needs that. I just think he needs a lot of practice reading, like typed print. So I want to get your opinion, see what you think about transitioning from schedules like this to actually having Max look at and read his morning and afternoon schedule, because this is more like what a recipe printed would look like this. Do I think he'll struggle a little, like actually physically reading? I think he might, because the print is small and he's just not used to it. He's not used to seeing things like that. But this might be a really great place to start, because he's familiar with all the words. He knows the routines. It might be easier. And I really want him to get to a point one day where anybody can be like, hey, here's a list of things you have to do, and he can just read it and do it. So tell me what you think if we start doing this. And then instead of like the Velcro, he can either put a check mark or a dot, or he could cross off things as he does them. Or he could do none of those things. He can just read it and do it and recognize that, oh, I already read that step, I can move on to the next. And why would I want that? Because you can't always cross things off in a recipe book. So like on my laminated recipes, yeah, you can do that. But like in the recipe books, he can't. He's going to have to read that small print, follow it, and then kind of track, what did I leave off with? Where do I go next? So I was thinking maybe for schedules, we could transition to this. And then obviously he's going to have some schedules in his phone. So let me know what you think about that. And if that's the case, I'll print up multiple of these and kind of post them all around. Okay, thanks.